Do. A little bit, Dave. Just a little bit. Good morning, everybody. All right. Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto, the place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. Guys, my name is Not Important, and as usual, I am your host. Probably going to be a short show today, guys, even with everything went on, because what we've learned after yesterday, which we'll talk about, is that nothing matters right now until Trump drops some news. But headlines: Trump pauses some tariffs, boosts China's. Jack Dorsey pushes for Signal to adopt Bitcoin payments. I pulled this up for one reason and one reason only. Andy Peters, if you're watching, you know why. Bitwise doubles down on 200K Bitcoin price prediction amid trade tension. And U.S. Senate confirms Paul Atkins finally to lead the SEC under Trump. It's almost May, or it's April 10th. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. But it took this long to get Paul Atkins confirmed. Oh, politics. Wahoo. That being said, guys, housekeeping per usual. If you do enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning on Boring Crypto, please, by all means, smash that like button. Give me a subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Give me a follow if you're watching on Facebook. Please share the stream on all your social platforms. Let's get some more people in here. Build the community of people learning to make money in crypto. Learn about crypto. Outside of that, guys, speaking of making money in this stuff, if you want to learn how to get better at trading crypto, get early calls, learn how to trade traditional markets, catch the biggest S&P, or excuse me, I'm sorry, catch the biggest Dow Jones fallout to the biggest Dow Jones pump in history, which what we did in the Pip Connect Discord. Guys, go ahead and click on the link that's pinned in the comment section. That'll take you to the Pip Connect Discord. That is Andy Peters' Discord, where he is teaching us how to become financially savvy, as well as we're all helping each other become financially savvy. If that sounds like a community that you want to be part of, get better at this stuff, more eyes on the market, etc., click on that link. And if you have any questions, by all means, reach out to Andy or myself. We will do our best to get those questions answered for you and see if the Pip Connect is a right fit. Let's just jump right into it, guys. I mean, I'm sure everybody watched what happened yesterday. So straight to the market. Current market cap right now sitting at 2.59 trillion, up 7.12% from yesterday. That is bananas. Tons of money sidelined, guys, just waiting to ape in. Right now, Bitcoin dominant sitting at 62.7, ETH dominant 7.4%, and a half a Gwei will get you an ETH transaction, guys. Fear and greed index ticking up from yesterday. Still in fear, which is wild. Fear and greed index sitting at 25. Let's blow through the top 100 and see what the biggest movers are right now. Bitcoin up 7.37%. Oops, sorry. Now 3.8% from yesterday. ETH up 10% still. Still down almost 11% on the week, though. Tether looking rough, man. Hasn't moved. I don't know why it didn't pump. Can anyone tell me why Tether didn't pump? I'd like to know. Anyways, let's see if there's anything over 15. I'm sure there are. HBAR up 16%. Hype up 16.53%. 16.85 for Ondo. Ondo ripped to like 25% right off the news instantly. 20.75 for Tau BitTensor. 16.67 for Render. 17.74 for Phantom, now Sonic. EOS down 1%. Ooh. 27% for Flare. Wahoo. Woo! Fart coin. Jesus Christ. I'm not reading it. You can see it on the screen. If you're blind, I'm sorry. 16.28 to the upside for Walrus. What in the hell is Walrus? Jesus. And True USD bringing in your 100 spot at 0% gains. That's your top 100, guys. All right, let's go to the charts. Bitcoin, 17-minute. So when I left you guys yesterday, we're going to stay on a 17-minute because I like the setup. I like the way it looks right now. I left you with an idea, a potential double bottom. All right. And I said, clearly, after this pump right here, there's one thing the entire market, the global market, not just crypto, the global market, there's one thing they're waiting for. And that is just positive trade news, at least what they consider positive trade news, because there are people that believe that the tariffs are a bad thing or are not a bad thing. So I said yesterday that it could come today, tomorrow, a couple months from now. We don't know. At any point in time, Trump could say one thing and this whole market will rip to the ceiling. And sure as shit, guys. So, which is follow. So this is what's even crazier, right? Look, everyone wants to believe that there isn't that much manipulation in this market. But what pumped us right here? Does anybody remember? Wasn't that long ago? I remember. It was Monday. Fake news was released, quote unquote, fake news was released that Trump was going to hold off on tariffs for 90 days. And that quote unquote fake news pumped the market instantly until it was later announced that it was fake news and we rolled back over literally to where we started. And then yesterday at about 2-ish. No, was it earlier? No, it was earlier than that. I'm sorry. Right around noon. Trump announced that he was pausing tariffs for 90 days. Guys, you can't make this shit up. You can't. We're living in a effing simulation. This is like, it's absolutely unreal. And the market ripped. Cool. We got it. We understand now that at any point in time, good news can move this market because people are sidelined. What that tells me is that we are potentially on higher time frames sitting at a bottom. People are just waiting. Okay, cool. We got the pump. If you paid attention to this channel, you caught the pump, especially the US 30 pump. And I'll show you. Because I've been setting you guys up with this. I'm telling you. Not just me, though. I'll backtrack and say this. Not just me. I learned this and followed this by being part of the Pip Connect. If you are new to the channel, understand where these ideas are coming from. And that is going to be the Pip Connect Discord, guys. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Oh, I want to go to lower time frame. 30-minute. The 30-minute on US 30 Dow Jones was absolutely epic. So if you guys are looking at this chart, right, here comes your lesson for the day. I told you guys, we've got the biggest dump in traditional market history. Just boop, boop, doo. And if you were part of the Pip Connect Discord, you caught this. Then I said, look, we double bottomed and we started a trend. You might not have caught this trend, which is fine. I wasn't prepared for that trend either, except for the fact that we were looking for the gap to fill, and it did fill. I thought maybe this pump might be over, but no, I just kept going. Cool. Right? So I gave you guys this trend line, and it broke. And David asked on Monday, and I touched on this. David asked, when would I enter a trade if a trend is broken? Well, this thing gave you the 30-minute. It was absolutely beautiful. 30-minute, it broke. It bounced again and bearish retest. It flipped original support into resistance and said, see you the F later. Bye. That's another $2,400 pip move. 2,400 point move. If you're trading at $1 a point, you made $2,400 with a very low risk. My risk would have been right around up here. I think it was like a $400 risk if you're doing $1 a pip to a $2,500 gain. I think we're calling it like right there. Yeah, like 488, 500. And it went down. Now here's where my brain goes, cool. And this is where, again, this is learning from Andy. This isn't, but everything I've learned from Andy, why would I be buying when this is looking so bleak? Well, here's how we're going to show you guys this. I want you to see something. Oh my God, it is magic. It's such magic. This box is telling me one thing. If you're looking at this, what's it telling you guys? It's telling me this is where everybody is buying. You have 1, 2, big wick, we'll call that 3, 4, 5 touches into this zone. That's major support, guys. Absolutely major support. And we bounced off of it. Not just a rollover. We bounced off of it. Every time we've touched it. Bounce. And then news. See you later. Bye. So let's count them, right? I know Andy gave this. I did not. I did not give the up of this one, the bounce. But Andy did in the Pip Connect Discord. So let's count them. If you got this. But I did here. I'll say this. I'll give myself a little bit of credit. I did tell you that gap was going to fill, and it sure as shit did. I didn't expect to go this high, to be entirely honest. But so you got a 2,700 pip move this way. All right. So 2,700 point move to the upside. Cool. Take your profit. We now have a trend. We're waiting for it to break. Cool. I'm looking for another trade. It breaks. If you caught this, we'll pull the wick. Why not? Because this is, I definitely would have exited this for the simple reason that this is the original support again. Bounce, 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 right? You caught another 2,200 point move. And then I would have went into sells waiting for this thing to rip again. I might have personally, I might have missed it and got out here and made a quick little buck and be like, ah, shit, or whatever. Or I would have just held the position. Who knows? But if you caught this one, and we're putting in buys, that's a 4,200 point move. If you're trading at $1 a pip, $1 a point, you just made well over $7,000 in the last 3 days if you were part of the Pip Connect Discord. And I'm not even tooting my own. I might have called it on this channel, but I'm nowhere near as good as Andy, and Andy did give these setups in the Pip Connect Discord. Will we ever see these kinds of moves in the Dow Jones again? I don't know. But even Andy said he's never seen anything like this. But we caught it. We made money. Some food for thought. So with that being said, let's get past what happened and let's talk about what we're doing now. All right, so first off, you're going to hate me for saying this. Nothing has changed. What? What, Nick? Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. This is Bitcoin on the daily. We are still in a downtrend, y'all. And every time we touch this stupid effing line, we get rejected. So where did we pump to yesterday, Nick? Well, let me tell you. We pumped right to the top of it and then got rejected. That's it. My only other concern is that we lost the see you later buy line. As support again, I would like to see us stay above that. But either way, nothing matters until we get at least a daily candle close above this damn line. And that's all I'm waiting for now, guys. But let's go back to the 17-minute. Let me tell you where my head's at on that. Shorter time frames give me an idea of where price may be going. Close this up just a little bit, guys. Bear with me, bear with me. It's getting a little overextended, but this is actually healthy. This looks like a bull flag. Bull flag is what? So we have a double bottom, which is a reversal pattern. Bullish reversal pattern. We have an impulse move, either sideways or downward consolidation to a potential another impulse move. So bull flags are what they call continuation patterns. And the direction is up. So I would like to see this get another impulse move to the upside. All right. But again, our asshole today is that downward trend line on the daily. I'm not going to go short-term bullish again until we flip that into support, or at least just get a daily candle close above it. So mark that on your charts. Keep an eye on it. I mean, look, Trump could have come out and say something stupid today and this whole thing will roll back over, which may be what they're doing on purpose, because do not think for 1 second that these guys are not making money in this market. But aside from that, guys, I've been telling everybody, look, 10 cents is the most beautiful buy area for Powell. Side note, too, when I was showing you guys in the 17 minutes, this is a perfect little setup right here. When we're talking about going from reversal patterns into continuation patterns, right? So double bottom, which is actually bigger because this is on the smaller time frame. So this would be your double bottom if I went to like the hour. But anyways, there's a lot. Actually, there's quite a bit of them here on the smaller time frame, which is fun. So double bottom, get your reversal. Double bottom, get your reversal. But back on Bitcoin, where I was saying it looks like it's bull flagging, so a continuation. So double bottom, move to the upside, impulse move, flag, sideways consolidation, impulse move, flag, sideways consolidation. Now, I'll show you guys something. This is wild, right? Charts don't work. TA doesn't work. It's all bullshit. Blah, 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 blah. Is it, though? Is it? I want you guys to see this. Try to make it as big as I can. Oops. So, we had our impulse move. Red, green. This weird little hump. Up, down, round, down, then up. Weird. Red, green. Up, down, another thing. Rounded bottom. These are almost playing out exactly the same, guys. Wild, right? But those are bull flags. So, like I said, double bottom, impulse move, sideways consolidation, or sometimes downwards consolidation, and then breakout to impulse move. Same thing. Impulse move, sideways consolidation, continuation pattern. Those are the odds. Doesn't mean it's going to always go that direction, but the odds are in your favor for that. And that's Powell. And the reason why I pulled up Powell, guys, so let's hit it on the daily. I've been telling people to buy around this 7, 8, 9, 10 cent range. Forever 10 cents is always a good buy for Powell. Powell on the daily yesterday, over most of the small micro caps and mid caps that I'm watching, Powell ripped 54%. What else did that? Anybody? Anybody? Can anyone else tell me what ripped 54% on the news yesterday? I'll wait. Anyways, the guys, Pal's a good buy right now. It could roll over and cut back down to 7 cents. But Pal, here's what's interesting too. I got in the Pal thinking that it was going to be a turn and burn, fly by night, make my money, get out. But the more and more these guys build, and mind you, they came in at the very bottom of one of the nastiest bear cycles we've ever had in crypto, and that's when they started. We went through March, they pumped, they ran, and then last March, and we lost everything. But they kept building, kept making partnerships. IBM, Google, et cetera, et cetera. Mexi, they're doing everything. CoinGecko, they're doing everything. They have not gone away. Lots of projects that I've put money into that I thought were going to be better than Pal have disappeared. Pal at 10 cents, guys. I've got a strong feeling, and I make no money off of Pal. I'm just invested in them. I'm not like trying to pump my bags or anything. I'm trying to set you guys up for wins. In my opinion, Pal's going to become one of the household names. A SWI or an HBAR, or it's hard for me to see Pal not eventually get into the top 100, if not the top 50. Which we'll do some quick math. David, I'll answer that question in just a second, man. I saw it. Let's say just top 50. Pal's tokenomics are pretty simple too, so without looking at it, I can tell you guys what it's going to do, what it could be. So right now, if Pal made it to the top 50, its market cap would have to be $1.5 billion. That would put Pal at roughly between $1.50 to $1.60 from where it's at right now, which is roughly, give or take, a little under, a little over a 10x from here. Food for thought, guys. All right, Dave, what we got? For fun, can we draw out the current flag and predict direction based on technical analysis? On Bitcoin? It's a little bit of a sketchy flag, but yeah, I'll look at it, man. But again, the technical analysis you're watching right now, dude, I'm telling you, for the big moves on Bitcoin is going to be breaking this trend line. Nothing really matters. Like if you're doing scalps, okay, I'll show you the 17-minute flag, but I don't want you to get hung up on that. Bitcoin's about big moves. And the big move that we are waiting for is the break of this. And the reality is, look, here, the reality of this is the measured move is back to your all-time high again, okay? So if we broke right today, and I'm going to pull candle bodies, not wicks, you're looking at a 27% move. On a 10x leverage, you're looking at a 270% gain. That's what we're looking for Bitcoin. But just for fun, because you asked, we'll go back to the flag on a 17-minute. And again, I'm feeling it's getting a little overextended, but it's still kind of in range. So the old school, super lame way of measuring flags is like this. So this is rough. I need to wrap this show up. I've got guests in town right now. So if we break out at the top of this trend, this is the old school way of measuring. You go from the flag, pull. You pull, this is so old school. You pull the flag, and this is the potential measured move. All right. Now, oops, I'm still drawn. I'm an idiot. Sorry, guys. No one said I was smart. What does that give you? From a breakout to the top of flag, roughly a 6% move. Again, this is a 17-minute. Smaller time frames mean smaller moves, guys. It's a 6.6% gain, which isn't bad if you're doing 10x leverage. You're looking at 66%. Cool. But usually you only get about 75% of this move, unless we're in like a full-blown, everybody looks like a genius bear or bull market. You're usually not going to get the full measured move. So I would say 4.5%, 5% is fair, which with 10x leverage, 45%, 50% move. All right. That's it, bud. But again, the real pattern we should be looking at is on the daily for Bitcoin. So keep that in mind. This bad boy right here. Let's get rid of this nonsense. Anyways, Dave, I hope that answered your question. Outside of that, guys, I am going to blow through the news real quick. There really isn't much to talk about. Again, we all know what happened. I'm sure you've seen it everywhere. He paused tariffs for 90 days while also increasing China's tariffs to 125%. He also, I think it was Scott Bessent, came out and said that they did this on purpose to see who the bad actors were, see who would come to the table and negotiate, and see who would basically start slinging higher tariffs against the U.S. And the only person or the only country that did that was China. And it was like they made a statement that it was kind of like they were playing chess, and China showed all their hand, or playing poker, whatever, and China showed their hand with that. I pulled up Jack Dorsey pushes Signal to adopt Bitcoin because Mr. Andy Peters believes, and I don't know. I don't have any skin in this thought process at all. I really don't give a shit. But Andy's got some really convincing evidence that Jack Dorsey is Satoshi. And the fact that Dorsey is pushing Signal to adopt Bitcoin as payments is intriguing. Now, hear me on this, guys. If they do this, don't use your Bitcoin to pay for shit. You're literally giving someone an appreciating asset so you can buy some bullshit. Don't do this. And let me rephrase it this way. The most stable of crypto appreciating assets. All right, Bitwise double downs on its 200K Bitcoin price prediction amid trade tensions. I haven't read this. My only issue is this is, of course, an exchange is going to try and talk people into trading more because that's how they make their money. Guys, it'd be really hard for me to see Bitcoin getting to 200K. We haven't even gotten to 110, and we've had all this turbulence. I'm going to stick by my 135 to 150-ish. Assuming that the rest of the market does what I hope it does, if Bitcoin gets there, I will be completely out waiting for the next downtrend. Yeah. All right. And Paul Atkins, finally, is in the SEC. Let's go. Pro crypto. Senator Cynthia Loomis, who's also super Bitcoin superwoman, says, I'm pleased to confirm Paul Atkins is confirmed as chairman of the SEC. I sat down with Mr. Atkins to discuss digital asset legislation, empowering Wyoming's blockchain future and implementing reforms to the regulatory rulemaking process. I am confident his leadership will bring positive change. Let's effing go. Guys, just more bullish news. More bullish news. But outside of that, guys, that's all I've got for you. Per usual, if you enjoy the content I provide for you every morning on Boring Crypto, please smash the like button. Give me a subscribe if you're on YouTube. Give me a follow if you're on Facebook. Share the stream on all your social platforms. Please, please, please. Let's get more people in here. Get your wife. Get your kids. Get the dog. Even the goldfish, bro. Get that goldfish in here. I'm getting texts. I'm sorry. Outside of that, guys, go ahead and click on the link that's pinned in the comment section if you want to learn how to trade this stuff, get better at it, catch big moves like $2,400, 2,400 pip moves into US 30. Yeah, click on that link. It'll take you to PIF Connect Discord paywall. We're all in there just helping each other make money, man. Get better at these financially savvy things. Again, per usual, if you have any questions, reach out to myself or Andy. We'll do our best to get those questions answered for you. Outside of that, guys, I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. I am out of here.